Hello, I'm Deirdre Selby with Soul Enhancements, and I welcome you here today for conversations on tuning in to your angels and guides. You know, one of the questions I get asked most often is, how do I even know that my angels and guides are out there? So I thought it was time to take a break from meditations for just a little bit and start having some conversations with you. So I really would appreciate if you would like my channel, share, and subscribe, because we need to get together and create a relationship. It is so much more fun when we get to know each other, and your comments are your part of our conversation. So that's how I know if I'm on track. So I really do read them, and I do appreciate them. Angels and guides, who are they, and how do you know that they're there? How do you know that they're paying attention? And how do you receive their messages and really know and understand what they're trying to tell you? It's not as simple as sitting down for a conversation with your best friend who speaks to you in the same language that you speak. For me, that's English. You know, angels are 12th dimensional beings. It's easy or easier with them. They are extraordinarily trustworthy. When angels communicate with you, it's easy to trust, and you are safe doing so. When I met the Archangel Michael, one of my first encounters with angels, he came down and interceded in a situation where I had a student who was a little bit out of control. And all of a sudden I had this wall of safety between me and my other students. And it was amazing and wonderful. And I knew an angel was protecting us. Angels can be trusted. They often will communicate with you using things like feathers. They love butterflies and dragonflies, sometimes birds. And they love to be asked for help. Their soul contracts require that they are in service, and they always honor your free will, so they will never step in without an invitation. So invite in your organization angels. Invite in your cleaning angels. They're not going to do the job all by themselves, but they sure will make it seem a whole lot easier. There are angels of protection. I never fly without calling in my angels. Every time I get in the car, my protection angels are with me, whether I'm driving or someone else. Angels can be used to help with anything that you need guidance or protection, or an area of your life where you are not quite as good as you would like to be. So give the angels the ability to fulfill their soul contracts and call on them for help. Guides are a little bit trickier. You know, we all have guides. We all make contracts with guides to help us. Guides are experts in their fields. those of us that do see guides, and I'll be honest, I'm not overly clairvoyant. I know the forms of my guides. A few of them I've caught glimpses of. I'm claircognizant and clairsentient. That means I know things, and ideas come in as thoughts. So I don't get those mind movies that clairvoyants get. I don't see things as they're happening in real time. And nobody whispers in my ear. My thoughts come in fully formed. At the beginning, I would go, what on earth? I could never, this makes no sense. It doesn't fit the framework of my knowing, of what I consciously have learned. That is where claircognizance comes in. You know things that don't fit your frameworks. And clairsentience, now these thoughts come in with voice. And I know which guides are talking to me. But I did not for a long time. You know, your guides are experts. But just like you and I, they are beings, sentient beings coming in that have souls, but they are not choosing a corporal life this time. They're choosing to be helpers, and they may be right, or they may be incorrect at times in the advice they give you. You are in the driver's seat. So when you get data from your guides, and you have a whole slew of them, you may have hundreds, you may have fewer, but when you get data coming in from your guides, you have the ability to sift through it. What is in alignment? What is not? Just because your guides say yes or say do it, doesn't mean you have to listen. It doesn't mean you have to follow that path. You have choice. Your guides will send you signals. Some, and it depends on your gifts. Some may send you rocks and feathers if you are inclined to notice that. Others, I have one client who gets music in his head, and it will play over and over again until he figures out what is being told to him. One other client, she is very in tune to her feelings, and her guides speak to her through her feelings. So she knows when her feelings are off, that they are not matching what is happening in her life, that she needs to look into what her guides are trying to tell her. Your guides will find avenues, and in all probability, they have been speaking to you in this way for a long time. So look at your life. Look at those things that draw your attention. They may be numbers. It may be music. It may be nature. Maybe animals. It may be the clouds in the sky. Whatever it is, pay attention. And always remember, you are in the driver's seat. You are the decider. They are not rulers. They are not dictators. Your guides are there to serve you, to help you, to give you guidance. You are the one. Listen, take counsel. They are guides. You are the one that is creating your very best life. I hope you allow me to remain a part of it as we go forward and we create amazing lives together. Namaste.